Hey guys, this is part 3 of the bug out survival bag. A belt, I apologize. Bug out survival belt. Uh, I know it's been taking a little long. I've been getting sidetracked. I talk about all kinds of other things. So now I'm just going to try to focus and get through this bag and the small medkit, hopefully in 1 or 2 more videos at the most. So, in the last video I covered everything that was in this front pouch. Now I'm going to move on to this one. And here, chopstick. You want to buy a good chopstick, just because you don't want your lips to suffer, especially if you're out in the country and if your immune system goes down, your lips can crack. I'm a smoker, so sometimes a cigarette can get stuck on your lip actually and rip off a little piece of skin. I've burned my lips horribly on mountain climbs. It's just good to always have it with you. I carry several all around in all my systems, and there's a few in the med kit and a few in the other med kit and in my vest and everywhere else. There's also a lighter. It's not a big lighter. I prefer these because you can take them apart and the pieces are interchangeable. You can fix these. I have a bunch of these, so if one breaks, if I lose. I can also use the flint inside for my Zippo. My Zippo runs out of flint, I can just take this striker off. If this lighter starts making really small flame, I can take this metal cover off, remove it, and then tweak this little gas thing here and make a brighter flame. So you see, like, the flame is this big now. So if it was running towards the end or something, you just remove this. And I know a lot of guys know this trick. And then you move this back a few times, you lift it, the little gas nozzle. I don't know if you can see that. You lift it, and then you move it back, and then you twist it, and it gives you this massive flame if you need it. And you can also decrease it back to normal. And you can tweak with these lighters. But like I said, it's better than a Bic, because Bics, once something's gone on it, if it's out of gas or out of flint. Some of these are refillable, this one isn't, but some are. And I have a little thing of gas, like a bottle. So, and it's good to have several fire starting options. I have this, I have my flint, I have several more lighters. Sorry, it's really late, I'm starting to slur a little. And that's everything that's in this little front pouch in here. And then there's another pouch back here. Both of these have 2 pouches. This is actually a good bag that I never got to mention, that I found also some thrift shop or flea market. In here I carry a American style NATO super paralyzer blah 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 super maximum stunner grade mace. I know these little cans don't have much firepower, as in they won't go very far, and they're not very powerful, especially compared to the big bottle one bear mace. But up personal and close, I can do some damage with this, and it's good enough to blind my enemy, and then I can escape or finish him off or relieve him of his weapon. 2 more lighters. Options. I'm a smoker too, so I like to have several lighters on hand. Pen that I broke in half, I can sharpen, and it fits in here. Small pencil that I broke in half. Small pen with a pull-out, roll-out calendar, so you know what month it is if you want to. Whistle. I should have more of these, and I should have a higher quality whistle. This is just a crappy metal, old school whistle. Sharpener for the pencil, and an eraser. That's and another band that I can hang around my neck. I'm having difficulties, people. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. But I want to get through this as much as I can, as fast as I can. And that's everything in there. So here, I'm sure a lot of people have noticed this. This is nylon cord. This regular, cheap. It's not paracord. It's not any fancy cord. It's not coated cord of any kind. It's pretty thick. I use it to set up camp. There's a billion uses for cord. I can make it into 3 smaller cords because I can unbraid it. I can double braid it to make it stronger. I wouldn't trust my weight on this ever. Even the weight of a Chihuahua, I wouldn't trust it too much. No, I'm kidding. You can hang a Chihuahua, no problem. But you can lower your pack. You can really build your shelter with this. When I have my bigger kit, I carry a whole little tarp thing with cord, and my kitchen's in there too. And I use a lot of cord, and I always recover it. So this will usually make 5, 6 bundles of cord, because I will usually unbraid this. I don't have paracord where I live, and to order it online is way too expensive. I could also, but currently this is good enough for what I need. I don't really need anything much stronger. For me. Now it's your call. You decide. Another folding blade, and this is a really good blade. I've used this one for about 7 years, also 6. I just resharpened it. It's also a Chinese blade, but this was like a fancy, expensive Chinese blade. It came in quite good a lot of times. And I have here a block of fire starting material, and this stuff is great. This will burn. I think it might even burn underwater. Okay, I don't think it'll burn underwater, but you could take seriously soaked wood, like Amazon rainforest has been raining for 3 days straight, monsoon time, and you can stick a little sugar cube of this size. It's some fire starter. It's supposed to be used for barbecues for people who really can't make a fire, and this is a lot of it, because a piece like the size of my thumb, something like that, will start any fire, and it'll burn for a long time. So this, I can take a tiny sliver and use it instead of tinder. It really gives you the capability of having a big fire anytime you want, no matter how wet it is. If you need a fire built, this will burn. This will start anything. It's I don't know if the guys have it in the States, but I'm sure it must be around. It looks like white foam type of thing. So this stuff is coming really handy, especially in really bad weather, like when everything's snowed and frozen or everything's soaked. 2 Zippo lighters. Which I haven't used in a long time. And neither of them wants to start right now. Yeah. Completely out of fluid. It's good I'm doing these videos, because I get to see what... Because I haven't used this one in a while. Sharpening stone. It's a little bit weird, the system, but it works really good. I've sharpened my blades with it, like 4 or 5, the ones I've showed you, some of them. This one I've sharpened with it, and it pulls out a nice edge. You just gotta learn how to use it. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, but a little bit of oil and a little bit of care gets the job done really good. And multi-tool. It's got decent pliers. Nothing too big, but they spread open that much, and they got wire cutters in there, which I like. Other than that, it's pretty much standard. Scissors, which are not that great. big blade, which is actually pretty good. Looks good. I haven't sharpened it yet, but I'm sure I'll. I like this. This is a serrated edge, and there you can see the serrated edge. A driver, flat top, and metal file, I guess. Then there's your regular saw, but it's got double teeth. It's got on both sides. So this one I actually used, the little saw. It'll cut through wood, and it'll cut through wood really fast. I was shocked. And a can opener, and I've actually used this as a leather punch as well. Works just fine. Actually a little too good. It punches way too easily through leather. And it's got a little Phillips screwdriver here. So I keep that in the side of the pouch. That's this side. Now, moving on to the other side. Work and shooting gloves. Now, I know I said I don't own a firearm, but I do have a shotgun in the country, and I do go to shooting clubs. You can go to a club to shoot weapons. These are the gloves I use. They're just a regular sports type of gloves, but they got some sticky, like, well, not sticky, but they got this rubber thing on the bottom, so they're really grippy. You have really good control when you grab something. Your weapons don't move, no extra space on the fingers. They're good for me. They're dexterous, and I can also use my anti-cut gloves if I want. And I have actually a whole other kit of, because they're like single-handed revolvers. I've shot those a lot, and I've actually had a lot of training with weapons. I currently don't have any firearms. I do have a shotgun in my country house. But if I were to find myself in, like I said, a world without a rural situation, it will be really easy to get firearms around where I live. There's AK-47 and 45s everywhere. It wouldn't be too hard to find a firearm around, and I know pretty much everyone who owns firearms where they live in my neighborhood and where would be the best place to go to get firearms. This is some steel wire with plastic coating. It can be also used for snares, repairing gear, tying stuff. It's just a backup. Just in case I need something tougher, it's if I can triple over, I can maybe even use it to hold stuff. Dental floss for several things. This stuff is really tough. You can sew things with this. I've sewed some of my gear with it. It's worked pretty good. Safety pins. You can fix gear with that. You can do a lot of stuff. Some snacks. 2 granola bars and a chocolate bar, whole nut. It's always good to have a little food. 2 sugar bags, just in case someone's blood sugar drops, my blood sugar drops. It's good also to have around. Piece of hard candy for the same reason, for a hypoglycemic, and chicken bouillon to make the most basic, horrible hot water bouillon soup. Also good if you're completely wasted and you need just to put something in you. So that's everything on the outside, and I'm out of time again. So I will do the inside of this bag, the meat of the bag, sort of to say, in the next video. And by then I hopefully will be done with this survival pouch, and we can move on to the first aid kit that goes on this belt. You just pull it through here, and it's ready to go in a matter of seconds. These actually snap off, and I haven't done run and gun with the med kit on me, just with the fanny pack belt thing. But I don't think this will fall off, even if I'm running. It's pretty stable on there, and this goes together all the time, pretty much. Well, actually, I have this med kit with me all the time, and if anything were to come up, and if I could grab just one thing, I would grab this belt, and I think that would be good. Once again, it all depends on the situation. And that's pretty much it for this video, and I will see you guys with part 4.